Let me get this straight. You can share your private parts with them, but you can't share your phone with them. You can't share your socials with them because that would be an invasion of your privacy. But your private parts and your energy, that's not too private for you to just be sharing around, right?
What's good, YouTube? I am back with another video. If you're new to the platform, I want to welcome you. Welcome to the family. At the end of this video, hope you're going to like, comment, and subscribe. As you saw the title and thumbnail, make sure you stick with the video till end. Let's get into it.
Women actually become more attractive as they age. And contrary to what you hear on social media, if you're a woman in your mid-30s to 40s or 50s, I bet you're actually more desirable as a relationship partner than you ever were in your 20s. And here's the reason why. As women age, you grow in your self-confidence, you grow in your self-awareness, you become more dynamic and become more of an asset to any man you're in a relationship with. That means that you are the prize. And the older and more experience you get with life, the deeper your ability to add to a man's life grows as well. So I want you to stop listening to anyone or anything that's telling you that you're about to age out. I want you to let go of the idea that there's some window of opportunity that's closing for you as you get older. And I want you to embrace that you are pure magic, that you are pure love, and you get to share your magic and your love with the right man who deserves that.
In other words, you have to wait for them to enjoy their prime so you can come up and clean up their mess. Do you see how they're thinking, bro, about you? That is delusion, because in real life it doesn't work like that. We seen them videos, they crying like they cannot get no man, they're becoming more invisible, and I have a lot of examples, but I'm going to show you one. Create a picture of what it feels to be a 50 years old woman in real life.
Here's a little challenge. We got all these things we want in a man. A list of things. He gotta be tall, he gotta be dark, he gotta be handsome, he gotta have pretty teeth, he gotta be a family man, he gotta be financially stable, he gotta be rich, he gotta be successful, he gotta be all these things. And we ain't even half the things on that list. He gotta be a family man. You ain't talked to your mama in 6 months, but you want him to be a family man. He gotta be financially stable. Your account is in the negative, ma'am. Overdraft fees. He gotta have a job. You need to go fill out some applications because you're still unemployed. You want him to be financially stable? Well, you need to start saving because you can't keep a dime to your name.
Just my finances. The budgeting, you see how I am nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah.
Like I notice it in me now, just nitpicking. And it's not even, I just don't have it like to spend the liquid.
Yeah.
I'm used to having liquid. I'm used to seeing a certain amount in my account.
You want him to be financially stable? Well, you need to start saving because you can't keep a dime to your name.
It's not a bad thing to shop at H&M. They have a good design, and it doesn't make you look broke, no, but when you feel entitled to certain type of lifestyle, it shows like even if you are in a relationship or anything you do, you are so entitled. Here's my point. She was mocking men using Kevin Samuels' playbook, and right now she's on the same level with those men she was mocking before. That's why she's crying.
A woman will give up on a relationship like that. Men are more spontaneous when it comes to breakups. Women plan things in advance. So by the time she splits, she has already been thinking about it for a while. And then, of course, there's monkey branching. Women don't stay single for long. And I contend that all women are single at all times. She's just one excuse away from leaving you. Can they be trusted? I don't know. The modern woman can't. One of the first things that you have to look out for is if a woman says that she is more of the traditional type and that she's not a modern woman, that's your first clue that she's a modern woman. When she says, I'm a traditional woman, or I take things slow. That means in the past, she hasn't taken things slow, but you're the lucky one now. Now you have to take it slow.
And that's why they're saying if there's no ring on their fingers, they are still single according to the law, so they're always on the lookout. So you have to be careful when you're dealing with women. You must have some boundaries and principles. What I mean by that, you have to understand like relationship is an investment, so you have to invest what you're willing to lose. You'll be always safe and no pain at all.
invisible as we get older. Let me tell you a short story of how I first experienced this. So I'm 57 now. This was probably when I was about 55. I was walking through a mall, and all of a sudden, I just got this weird sense that nobody saw me. I just was there, and I was walking, looking at stores and looking at people and different things, but nobody was looking at me. And all of a sudden it occurred to me, oh, people used to look at me. I mean, men used to look at me. Even women would notice me. And all of a sudden I just felt like I wasn't relevant anymore. Like I didn't really matter, and nobody noticed me. And it was the weirdest, emptiest feeling. I felt overwhelmed with a feeling of like sadness and depression. It occurred to me I wasn't as outwardly, I guess, vibrant and attractive as I used to be, if that's what I was, but that's what it felt like. I felt like I just kind of faded into the woodwork, like I wasn't that special, and nothing was really, nobody was really noticing me. I was just kind of there, neutral, like faded, just blended into the scenery.
Here we are. Women are in a very difficult position because if they're beautiful, there's an end for that. If they're doing good in life, men don't care about that at all, So they have to understand like they're in a very, very difficult position and their time is limited. They're trying to compare themselves to men like, hey, they can do the same, but it's totally opposite. Women age like milk, men age like fine wine. You never find a 50-year-old man who's doing good financially, crying on lunch, he cannot get no women. No. And they always like those older men. They're always going for them. That's why if you're a man and young, like don't rush out. Just build your career, because a 40-year-old man is equal to a 20-year-old woman. So it's totally opposite. There's no need to be like, hey, time is running out. No, you must make sure you're getting that money and everything will be in place. You are safe as a man.
So every morning on my run, I pass the same guy. He's out walking his dog. Sometimes he's with his young son. Sometimes he's not. But every morning I say, good morning. Hey man, what's going on? And every morning he ignores me. This morning, flat out ignores me. This morning, I guess I passed by his house. He's coming out of his front walk. I'm passing by. We're closer than we've ever been, like 5-6 feet apart. And I say, hey man, good morning. Doesn't look at me, totally ignores me. Obviously, your boy has a problem with Miss Jade. I don't know why, but he does. But some of y'all are feeling the same way. You're out doing your thing. I'm out doing my run, right? And I want him to acknowledge me. And some of y'all are doing your thing and you want acknowledgement, man. I can't talk. You want acknowledgement from, I don't know, your parents. You're finally getting your life together and you want them to say something and they're not saying anything. You want to acknowledge at your job because you're working your butt off. Man, you're doing overtime hours. You're doing whatever it takes. They're not acknowledging you. Some of you want the government to acknowledge you. Man, you're paying your student loans. You've been paying through the whole pause. You want them to acknowledge you, maybe give you a little forgiveness, but it's not always like that. We have to do what we know is right to do and what we know is good to do simply for our own selves. We may never get the acknowledgement. We may never get somebody to go, hey, great job. I see you. You're doing great. Does that change the fact? Does that change what we know we should be getting up and doing every single morning? No, it does not. Keep doing your thing. You don't need acknowledgement from anybody except God.
Where does all of that coming from? Because he's just minding his own business? Maybe he had a bad experience from the past. You cannot judge someone like that, like, hey, you don't want to talk to me, and I believe if he was him on your place, he would be all over the internet trying to shame him, and I think like she cannot handle rejection, bro. She just saw a good looking guy who doesn't give a damn about her. He doesn't care at all. Maybe she's in shape, she thinks she's beautiful, and any man can make a move. And that guy is totally opposite. That's why, man, you have to mind your own business, know your value, know your worth, and you'll be on the safe place. If you've been watching till now, I want to say thank you for watching, but don't forget to like the video, let's engage on the comment, and subscribe to the channel if you didn't do so. You can also subscribe on my backup channel. You will see a link down below in the description. I'll be grateful for that. Let's hit 1K out there. Thank you again for watching and see you in the next video.